they watch me while I sleep. Don't require your belief. Offering silence but no relief. Can you scream without a sound? Like the freeze that's coming down. Barren space where nothing grows. A secret place where no one goes. Frozen in the snow, the eyes of corpses have no glow. Made these chains just for myself, rambling about my mental health. Demons.
All right, welcome. It is time for Sir Old Gods of Appalachia podcast, and we're back to a storyline that we've departed now for about 3 weeks. I'm glad to be back here in these hills of darkness. So, as we come back, we will dive in and hold on, family. Say any of you in chat looking to spend those channel points, you can go ahead and do so. Just about anything will be transmitted to an asset for our rolls, which lowers difficulty of our people. And as a little added treat, it's not going to just be a, hey, it lowers, but it will be an asset they find. So if you would like to add that, an asset's just an item, by the way, something that helps in a situation. So in that comment section, when you do your boost, you can go ahead and say what they might find. Please stay on story and stay in fiction.
Oh yeah, but you won't let me give enemies disadvantage.
With that, on to begin. So, now, a dark house. Grand like a plantation house. Of course, ain't no one do kind of know anything like that. It's almost like a mockery, a thing that was never in these hills or never should be but built, as the proprietor had come from somewhere else entirely. Is not welcome here. Not at all. Her luxury and rich life blinding her to the suffering of others. She cares not for the work conditions of women, no for their vote. To her, all that is meaningless, as she believes her place and all women's places are that doing the softer things in life and not earning things as vulgar as money, nor having a place in the way that menfolk like to start their wars. No, to her, women's place is different, subtle, but also secretive. And if you look deep enough, to her, poisonous, venom, and blackmail. For it is not a lie that this woman covets, no. It is a darkness. As much as she tries to cover it up, it seeks out oppression in the guise of freedom. The best type of disguise one could find. Now, up until the moment we find ourselves here in 1920, she had mostly kept that secret, at least the evidence of it, a secret, all before little Miss Ivy had found her way. where some had found their way before, just none quite make it with jaw intact. Miss Ivy had gotten out now, has gone to her room, knows that something dark and not quite human had seen her. Well, I will say, Miss Ivy, precisely where do you run to?
I think Ivy heads down her hall and she's like, gets to her room. She's holding like this little stack of papers and this little book she grabbed. And she's about to reach for the door. And then she's like, thinks about it. And then looks down to see Basil's room, which is like one room down from hers. And then goes down to Basil's and knocks on the door quietly. Basil!
Yep. What? Yep.
Basil!
She gets up and comes out. 100% dressed in like men's clothing. She's not a lady.
I did something bad.
That's be a little louder, huh?
Get in here.
Okay. She just looks both corners to make sure that no one's watching her. And she runs in and shuts the door, like with her back against.
For point of clarification, Charlie said we were being watched. We couldn't be heard, though. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I still have my coat over the mirror. What did you do, Abby?
I got bored and I couldn't sleep, so I've never been in a place this big before. And I was like, she has to have like some really cool old things, right? Like, really, I mean, this place is huge. So I went looking around and I found something. Something.
What did you find? What did you find?
Well, I found some fingers in a box.
You found... Uh-huh.
And there was some open slots that looked like you could put more in the box. And I think something was in the room that saw me.
Great.
I also grabbed this little bit of information. I could. There's 2 more boxes in there I didn't get into either.
No. Okay. All right. Here's what we gotta do. You want to sleep in here, and tomorrow we're gonna have a lovely tea with our host. I just might want to take just one little picture of her, because Abby, I don't know what you awoke, but you might have just answered our problem.
Then I did a good thing.
Yes and no. But that's pretty much the way the world works. Get in the bed, lay down. I'm gonna go. No, we're gonna go to bed. We'll wake the others in the morning.
Okay, thank you, Basil.
Fine. I'm gonna stick the chair under the door handle.
Yes. Well. That being said, as the 2 ladies cuddled up, using blankets as shield to give them succor, something stirred in the old house. Something that was released with Ivy snooping Oh, it stretched. First, 3, then 9, then 15 feet across the room in which it awoke. Its fingers, that is. Long and reaching. Then this thing with long fingers reached out and unlocked the basement door that led to another basement. And it moved ever so slowly. Into this basement that was locked tight. Its fingers did not shrink so much as simply became thinner to move mechanisms that unlocked the next door. And it sniffed in deeply, finding the thief that it had been told about. And it moved, stepping on the steps up into the hallway. Try not to make a single sound. Now, all of you up there can go ahead and give me an intellect challenge dealing with noises or perception.
This might be the earliest we've ever rolled. Can you please hand me some dice?
Could this be under sensing danger, Matt?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have training in perception.
I have training in hear and notice danger.
Natural 20.
I have nothing.
Is that a natural 20?
Yeah.
Natural 20! Apparently, me and Ivy are a little bit scared.
I got 13.
I got 13 too.
Jeez.
Let's go! We're all in sync tonight.
Amazing. All right. So let's see here. Then, Charlie, how many assets did you have towards this?
I had the training and a effort.
Okay, nice. Okay. So, all right. And then nothing for Ruby, right?
Nothing for Ruby.
So, fingers move through the hall. It's the strange music of them that awakens Charlie. You heard this before. For you, it is a death rattle. The knocking before the final breath. Having tone, except one, it is a chorus like maracas moving through the hallway. For Ivy and Bizzle, you start awake. You both have some boons here. I'll let you can do this to. I'd say you can suggest how you'd like to use these two natural 20s. You could reposition, try to get everyone huddled in a room, put into something nice. What's up your alley?
So I was thinking, if it's possible, this mirror that's a double mirror, right? It has to connect to other rooms eventually. So I'm hoping maybe that with her magic, she might be able to shift the mirror to allow her and Basil to access into another room. So we actually don't go into the hallways.
All right. I'll take the two natural 20s for this, I think.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Um,
And I'll
But-
spend my points for this.
yeah. The moment you run up and realizing that this is two ways. And while your flesh may not be able to travel, certainly light can. As you reach in, you grab a few tinder. You light it. The sparks produce the light that you focus on as you grab Basil's hand, and it encompasses you, if not for just that brief spark, as your forms spark, and you find yourselves on the inside, between walls. And inside here, there's a nice little pedestal upon which is a book with some pages written out. So some pages ripped out, and others have notes here or there about who might have stayed there, and certainly has y'all's names. And you can look through a little cubby hole, and you can push yourself through like what might go to an attic, like a crawl space. And you can see little arrows and directions, giving easy access to other rooms.
I don't know if I'm more scared or impressed.
A little though.
They move fast around here. We just got here today.
It's after that moment that you can gaze through that two-way mirror and see long, thin, shadowy fingers come up underneath the door, working their way from two sides to cause it to unlock. The door slides. Now, Charlie, what would you like to do?
Fine, because I know what he's going to do, and it's incredibly stupid. But
That's our Charlie.
if when it's and he's woken up by that, especially recognizing that it's not just music, that he's feeling something. Basically, he's sensing danger. He's gonna hop out of bed. And is there a light source in the room other than that's not secured down?
It would be like it's not so much electricity here, it is all like oil lamps.
Okay, so there's an oil lamp he could grab.
Yeah.
He's gonna grab an oil lamp, light it, open the door, go out into the hallway.
You open up, and with that light, there is a moment where you realize the darkness recedes far too slowly. You can see it backing away before it winds up. and sends what almost looks like a spike of shadow directly toward the lamp. So it would be speed defense.
I am trained in this as well. And we'll go ahead and put an effort in.
All right.
Charlie's on edge.
Imagine why.
Can't imagine why. That's a 14.
Nice. Moving it. The shadow strikes. Making a noise at this point. Ruby, you are awakened by this crack in wood splintering. Charlie, you move and this thing roils around, which is officially going to hinder it by 2.
Okay. Charlie will say something not loudly, just sort of a whisper to it, and just say, I don't know what you're doing out here, but you get.
I think that's when Ruby kind of like slams the door open and just like, what is happening out here? Why are you waking me from my sleep?
Now, Ruby, what you see before you is a thing that seems to leer over Charlie. You see its fingers are finding their way into Basil's room. But like as if they come from a stump of an arm, making a shape almost human-like, with a ring of keys that as it moves now make the sounds of dying breaths as they hit, wet, pained. And it doesn't seem to have eyes, but rather just what resembles as if its whole form is turning into a mouth, trying to become the size of Charlie. But seems you can't tell if it's annoyed or repelled by the light, but it is not pleased.
Why is it everywhere we go that we see things like you? As she just shakes the bones on it.
I like it. Very good.
Look here, Ruby. I'm the one who's about to get eaten this time.
Oh, good.
Hold it.
So that's 2 might and 2 intellect damage on it.
Yeah. As it reels up, I think right here, let's go ahead and give me an initiative challenge.
Oh, can I have a dice, please?
Mm-hmm.
Aha! Ha! 20.
Nice.
That's a 16.
3.
I can't read that.
That's a 6.
6!
We're keeping the same
Look,
boat.
I'm and I are in the same boat. Oh, thank you, babe. He's letting me play with the new dice. I feel special.
All right. It's a 6. All right, 6 go after. Sounds like everyone else is going before. Let's movement here. All right. So any order then sounds like Avi, Charlie, Ruby.
Ivy got a 3.
Okay, so you're with Basil.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm with Basil.
So Charlie, Ruby.
All right. So does it look like it obviously reacted to that shake the bones?
Yeah, it did seem to hurt it.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? He doesn't normally do this, but Charlie will go. I mean, Ruby, it's true. We've seen things like this before, but I gotta tell you, the one in the field with the teeth made of bones, much scarier than this one. This one just looks like an little, overgrown little shadow that's scared of itself, and he's casting Shake the Bones on it.
Oh, very nice.
Can we hear all this?
Yeah.
See, they make a good couple.
Don't they?
Do we hear the peanut gallery in the walls?
Shh. No, we're whispering.
Oh, they're whispering. Okay.
All right. So you say that it seems to retract a bit, though it is the emotional power of your words that seem to mess with it the most. Its form so amorphous as to not allow it to shatter in the same way. So that was Rubienne. Two of you, so it'll move. And with a quick flick, it seems to grab a key from its ring. And faster than you would think. Darting from shadow to shadow, making odd angles. It finds itself going to pierce Avi's chest. Not Avi's chest, Ruby's chest.
How about to say we in a wall?
And that will be a speed defense.
Okay, that's fine. I am trained in speed defense.
Can I help with encouragement?
Not in action-based,
Okay.
turn-based situations.
Yeah, okay. No worries.
15.
15. As it goes, you maneuver yourself so that the light is a bit more intimidating to it, and it just slows it down enough to where it hits part of the wallpaper here. That you can see there's like a face that briefly appears within the patterns of roses and petunias, screaming.
Gesundheit!
Lonely and wanting before it vanishes. Avi and Basil.
Hands are still under the door.
Yeah.
Alright, where are we going, Basil? Where are we going? Okay. This is an old time house. This is a country style manor. The attic would be that way. The basement would be that way. Do we go higher up and jump out a window, or do we try to get out this way and get to the boy?
I'll follow you.
Alright, we're going this way towards the boy.
Okay.
All right. What are you going towards?
Towards Charlie.
Okay.
We want to go down the hallway towards those rooms.
Right. So this is actually really simple, as they are like marked by a room number.
Yeah.
Like just remember as soon as they so. So is Charlie's covered up though? The mirror,
Everyone's mirror was covered up.
or is it moved? I think you moved yours.
I think I moved mine, or I moved it so angled so that I could be in a part of the room without it seeing me.
Yeah.
Like Charlie wasn't even in bed. He had like set up chairs in a corner to
Yeah.
sleep in.
So the way this works, you start to get like, I'll say you can see that you can get to in between anybody's room, but there is not ways to enter in.
And we see Charlie from where we are in the room, looking into his
Yeah.
room to the door.
Yeah, you get to the mirror, you look out, you can see Charlie there in the doorway. You can see this horror.
Charlie's awake.
So it would be both of your movement sections of your turn.
Yeah. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
So you still have your turns.
Hang on, I'm looking. Is there a hole that we're looking through?
No, you're looking like through the mirror.
I can't do anything from this side, Avi. What I follow you now.
I mean,
Damn it, can I see what doesn't like the light?
I could break the mirror.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, can I see that it doesn't like the light?
Yeah.
And I'm behind a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a camera flash?
The light would not pass through.
Okay. Never mind. I don't know, break the mirror then.
Okay.
Then I'll flash the camera.
Stand back. And Ivy, is there, when she's looking through the mirror, is there something heavy enough she can see on the other side that's about her size that can smash through the mirror?
Oh, yeah, you can have a desk or such.
Yeah. You see Ivy, like, raise her hand. She kind of starts convulsing a little and says a couple words. And you watch the desk just drag across the room and smash into the mirror.
All right. All right. Glass cracks, and you try to.
I just want the flash to go off.
Yeah.
If I get a picture out of it, great. If I don't, fine.
Yeah. And you're good with the camera, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so basically give me a roll for this. Either speed or might. It's up to you. And at least the camera will give you an asset against it.
I will use might. That way I can use an edge.
You got it. And then you use your effort there.
Yes. Let's go. 17.
Oh, nice.
Apparently all I need to be is scared for my life, and I roll a lot better.
All right. For its next turn, that would be an additional, actually, I'll say 2 additional hindrance that have gone on in this moment. It's exceptionally small from these waves of lights. And then we'll go back up to Charlie and Ruby.
And Charlie get around to where Ruby is? Trying to think where this thing is in the hallway.
It's more like between the two of you.
It's between the two of us. Okay. So, what kind of lantern? Is it just a general throwing light in all directions?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a room lantern just meant to illuminate.
Okay. All right. So
it's more of a lamp, really.
So I don't know, what here will constitute, and if this will constitute my full action or not. But Charlie, becoming fully awake, realizes he does have a flashlight on him. He's going to take his flashlight. He's going to try to toss it or roll across the room to Ruby and say, it's a directed light. Point it at the limb with the keys. Try to see if you can focus the light on that. Maybe if it's like an arm, sever it or something. I don't know if that'll work. I'm not sure I'm imagining this right.
Like it. Oh yes, give me. I say it's kind of like a speed challenge to get it over to her.
Okay. I'll use another effort. Trust in myself. That's a 14.
All right. Yeah. So it ends up in Ivy's hand. Not Ivy. Dang it, Ruby's.
Ivy's his little sister, Ruby's his lover. Get it right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she'll turn it on and point it at the creatures.
Anything specific you want to do?
She'll turn the light on and do what Charlie said.
Which is what are you trying to do?
Focus it on the key.
Oh, just focus on the
the
key.
light
I
on the
gotcha.
keys. Yeah.
Okay. Sure. It goes onto the keys, and you see that in the light they appear to be just brass keys. The sound of them almost like it makes them mundane. So you kind of get to see that. Is there something else you'd like to do?
Yeah, she'll shake the bones again.
All right. Sounds good. All right, and it rattles once more, and then there is like an inhalation. A breathing. As the lamp and flashlight go out.
Nope.
Ivy and Basil.
Well, hey. She broke it so we can get out, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get out, run my booty over to Charlie, and turn on my flashlight onto the keys.
All right. So you turn yours on, and again, this thing kind of moves. And Ivy.
So when we came out of ours, there was a book. Is there a book in front of Charlie's then too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ivy's gonna collect that one. And then she, I think, is going to kind of stay hidden because I think she felt like the creature is looking for her. She doesn't want to make herself totally known. So she's going to hide in the wall still.
All right. You got it. Then we'll go back up to Charlie. Or Charlie and Ruby, technically.
Yeah.
Either order.
Yeah. Is Ruby still like near the door to her room?
Yeah, I haven't moved.
Okay. I think that Charlie's going to try to get its attention on himself. So he's going to tell Ruby, you probably have a lamp in your room as well. Let's try to keep light on this thing. And then he'll shake the bones at it.
Right.
Well, and he'll put yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It shudders out. Then Basil. Basil, my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing today. Ruby?
Ruby.
Well, you do know it's going to take time to light that thing.
Charlie shrugs as he's yelling at the shadow. Expletives of the shadow.
As she moves the flashlight to where she suspects its head is.
All right. So the flashlight's out. Are you taking your flashlight?
Yeah.
So you have one. You have a separate one.
What?
The flashlight Charlie gave you turned off.
Oh.
And as you flick it, it doesn't turn back on.
When did it turn off?
Right before my turn.
It made the sucking sound, and all the light went away. And then Bez just put another flashlight on it.
Oh.
But the two light sources that were on it have gone.
I missed that. Okay. All right.
No, we just lie down fire.
I don't even know if she has a. Oh, I guess she'll go back into the room and try and light a lamp.
All right. Yeah, I think it would take your turn, but you're able to get it up, shut in light in the area, seeming to make it less, lighting up a little bit more. Anything else? That's good.
You said that was my whole turn, right?
Yeah. So light goes up. It kind of shrinks back more. That is when there is a loud bang. The sound of a gun firing. Charlie, I need speed defense.
Oh, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Okay. I am trained in that, and we'll put an effort into that. It's an 11.
That is just shy. And that is going to be 4 points of might. And depending on where you get your armor from, but if your armor's from anything physical, my feeling is that no one would have it on them currently.
I don't think I get any. I don't have any armor.
All right. So as the gunshot hits you in your shoulder, whoop, you hear the sound of a revolver, the differing light revealing your hostess. Just from the corner. She says, "It's not polite to steal from anybody, darlings. Secrets are meant to stay hidden." And that another, actually, let's see here. Yeah, because the 3 are there. I need the next thing. Sorry, the creature itself now takes its spindly fingers and whips them around as if they're spinning, seeking to scratch and unlock, trying to tear and make holes in flesh. I need speed defense against this attack from Charlie, Ruby, and Basil.
18.
$17.
What did Ruby get?
3.
3.
Damn it.
All right. From that ruby, that is 6 might.
Cuckoo.
Deducted as they rip across your chest, opening up, and there is a patch of your flesh that has been disconnected. Fall. And I want to tell you as it falls. I want to let you, Rhett, tell me what letter has been cut out of the flesh near your heart.
What letter?
It carved out a letter. What would that letter be?
Oh, Oh, I don't know.
B for Charlie. I said nothing.
How this thing seems to be trying to make a key to your soul, and it does have to do with names, or those that are kept near the heart.
Oh, goodness.
You could just give one. It's all good.
Yeah, I think it would be a C, but I don't think it would be. Yeah, I think it would be a C.
Would be a C. We'll leave it at
Yeah, I think it would be C.
that. As the C falls.
It's not Charlie.
Yeah, I try to convince
You gotta
Basil
keep that tension. Come on, don't. All
I
right.
try to convince
Avi
Basil.
and Basil, it is your turn.
Basil's gonna hand the flashlight to Charlie and go, well, if you want to keep your secret, sweetheart, you better call up your pet because I make a little telegraph every morning, and if I don't, all hell's gonna rain down on this house.
Interesting. Give me an intellect challenge trying to intimidate this woman.
I will use an edge. Actually, I can use 2, right?
Oh, yeah, because you have 2 effort.
Oh.
So you're using 2 effort and you use 2 edge.
Right, but I have 2 edge, so I will delete 3. Right.
Yes.
Natural 20!
Oh.
Y'all, how come I never roll this well on D&D?
That's something I ask myself every day. It's fine.
She stands there. And you see her take out of her waist pocket a pinky finger. Flick it towards this thing. And it's caught. Go get yourself another key, darling. And leave us be. And the thing begins through the shadows to flow down out a window into the night. Ivy.
Well, hearing the commotion, Ivy is going to make her way out, but not still kind of hang out on the outskirts of the room where she's not seen yet. Hiding. The
gun is not lowered, but she's not firing. But just to, I guess, end our turn based on that, Charlie and Ruby, if there's any actions you want to do, otherwise we can move to conversation.
I think Ruby kind of collapses at that point.
Abby, Ruby needs you.
Charlie will probably try to pull himself across the floor towards Ruby to check on her, but he is really not in good shape right now, actually.
Abby, the love bird.
So
Neither of them are. I've got 2 bites right now. What do you got?
that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Aw.
But Charlie also, as he's doing that, is the floor made of wood? Like just a good hard wood?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to keep one hand near the floor. Doesn't have his harmonica, but he can tap out a rhythm if he needs to bewitch her. So he's got that basically ready.
She stands there. Wow. I have a private breakfast set up for us tomorrow morning. Y'all sleep tight now. Turns and goes back down the stairs.
As soon as she's gone, Ivy's gonna go or Basil's gonna go and throw up in Charlie's washbowl.
How are you? How you holding up, Ruby?
So the chunk of skin that this creature took out in the shape of a C is on the floor in front of her.
Yes.
I think right now she's staring at it and she's just like tears are running down her face. And she's just, I don't think she's
Ruby? Basil, Ivy, someone tend to Ruby.
Yeah, I'm coming. Sorry.
Can't do shit.
Ivy comes out. Oh, here, both of you. Let's get both of you into the bedroom. But
No one without a broken mirror.
yeah,
Both
Right.
let's go to Ruby's room. Here. And Ivy's gonna help both of you into the room. Where then she can. Have I healed either of you in the last couple sessions?
No, because
No.
Ruby used a potion on the thingy.
Alright, as long as I haven't healed either of you, then I have to roll a difficulty 2 intellect task. So I got a 12. I believe that passes, Matt, for first one?
Yes.
Yeah, so Ivy hovers over Ruby and goes, "The Holy Spirit, everyone, the green, feel my power and help bring Ruby back to what is needed to her. And you get 3 to a stat point you want." And then she'll look to Charlie and go, "Alright. Your turn, buddy." And that'll be a 16. And she goes... You see it struggles a little more for her just because she doesn't use this much magic within a short period of time.
It's all right, Ivy. If it's too much, it's okay.
She's already doing it.
Okay.
And
Let's see. Yeah.
you just watch her shake a little bit. She goes, I know I ask a lot, but give me this power one more time and help my friends, and you will get 4 stat points. 1 stat point. And then I think she looks and throws Basil a look like I messed up. See?
Basil's literally just stumped on the floor with her door to the back, like, why? Why? Why did I ever? Why?
So you're all probably wondering. Well, I mean, you two might be wondering what just happened, huh? No, you're good.
Charlie is looking at Ruby to see if she's still crying.
I think the tears are slowing down, but I don't think they've stopped. And she has her hand over her chest.
Charlie will look at Ivy and say, "Sit down, Ivy. You were shaking there."
It's been quite a night. Yeah.
Quite a night for all of us. Well, yeah, why don't you tell us what it is that was outside your room and why Miss Genevieve felt the need to shoot me?
Well, I mean, I don't know how this could make y'all feel when going to bed here, and one of us might not sleep tonight.
That would be me.
Yeah, I went exploring late, a couple hours ago, and I know I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I found a room where I think I've let that creature out. I'm pretty sure I let that creature out. I didn't know though that was what you used to collect the fingers. There was a box of fingers, like 13 of them, and there was 4 open slots for us, and I got some information about it. I went to Basil's room, told her, and that thing came looking for me, I guess, to fill the box.
Charlie looks down at his 2 hands for a moment. Deep sigh. Looks at Ivy and says, "Well, she ain't got her fingers yet. So you didn't do too bad."
True. I now understand why Mom and Dad would tell me, you don't want to go out to the big cities, and people are strange out there.
Ivy, baby girl, this is not the big city.
And yet that is solid advice, Basil. That is solid advice.
Charlie,
Yeah.
advice. Don't use your water basin.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Oh, there's also a giant hole in the mirror.
Yeah, we might have like 14 years of bad luck.
Only 14? That's nothing,
That's
Basil.
only broke 2.
That's nothing, Basil. I think I've had 30. Alright. So, hostess wants to have us for a special private breakfast tomorrow. And is that right? Is that what she said? I was a little bit delirious when she was leaving.
That's all that was said.
Well, she did say it after you kind of threatened.
That
Okay.
was all that was said.
Oh, don't worry, Abby. I caught that part too. And he looks at Basil. I hope you at least have a idea of which agency you're pretending to be from. If we're going to keep that going.
I'm not from any agency. I'm pretending to be from any.
You guys can stay in here. I'm guessing I'm the only one that has an intact mirror.
Oh, Abby, did you break your mirror?
No, actually, I haven't really been back to my room.
Alright, then you two do. I'm gonna have to leave a nice tip.
You mean you still leave people like this tips after staying here?
It's part of hospitality.
They wanted to take my finger!
Okay. Let's,
To be fair, she wanted to take your finger. The people cleaning up the mess probably don't.
True.
I think we all need well, at least a rest for however much there was left of the night. We're gonna have this if we're gonna deal with this in the morning.
I got some ideas. Y'all rest.
Alright. Then is everyone hunkering down then for the night?
Yep.
Are we Charlie will potentially attempt to go back to his room.
Oh,
I wouldn't recommend it.
Charlie.
There's a hole in your wall.
Charlie.
What?
You can stay in here.
Is everyone staying in Ruby's room?
Charlie, with as hurt as you are, ain't none of y'all can move my ass from in front of this door, so go to bed.
Okay, Charlie actually props himself up on a chair. As the others are going to sleep, he's just watching the mirror.
Alright.
So Charlie and Basil are just staring off into space.
Basically.
Yep. Accurate.
Alright. Then I need an intellect challenge for perception from everybody.
Still technically trained in this.
13.
5.
It's a 12.
9.
As the wayward travelers get a bit more rest and sleep, they find peace, if fleeting, for tonight, and are uninterrupted by screams and cracks unheard elsewhere. In that case, on the next day, you find the halls outside cleaned. No course of blood. If you do look into your rooms, the glass has been repaired.
Charlie checks his wash basin.
I got puke in it.
Let's see, were you in there or not with your wash basin?
They all stayed in Ruby's room.
Yeah. Go into your room. Everything's back the way it was. Wash basin perfect.
Maybe we should tip the cleaners.
Who's ready for a scrumptious breakfast?
Any preparations before you'd make your way down to a meal?
I'm gonna make sure all my things are packed.
Yeah, I don't think we want to spend a second night here if we can avoid it.
Ruby makes sure she's dressed in her finest clothes, has her hair perfect and makeup perfect. To show to show this bitch what it's like to actually be a high class woman from a big city.
Charlie, at some point, will check on Ruby. Are you doing okay?
You ever feel like everything that's like you're just kind of stuck in a fever dream?
I have. Yeah.
I don't know. Lately, it just kind of feeling like that. I'll be
Sometimes,
fine.
okay. Sometimes when I get like that, you tap out a little tune that you know, something that gives you comfort. Just tap it out on the side of a bag or side of a wall. Sometimes that helps me refocus. I don't know. Maybe it'll help you too.
She nods. I'll think about it.
All right.
Appreciate it, Charlie.
He just gives her a smile. Of course. And then he's gonna turn to Basil. So, before we go and do this, do you mind telling the rest of us what exactly you plan to tell her? The telegraph you send every morning, who that was going to go to?
That doesn't need to be addressed. I'm just gonna make it clear to her that we might run in some of the same circles and that, nothing has changed since the Salem witch trials. I'm gonna blackmail her.
Yep.
What are the Salem witch trials?
We will talk about that another time, Miss Ivy. I'm just saying. All right, you want to blackmail her?
Look, I'm not good at fighting. I think we all know that. With the exception of Tom, but he just pissed me off. But I'm good at talking, I'm good at research, and I'm good at people.
Hey.
Back me up.
And I, Basil, as I think you all figured out by now, am very good at lying. So I will back you up. Just make sure to give me the cues I need. And he is going to do encouragement to Basil.
I need you to look at me, and I need you to understand everything I say in there is going to be true.
Of course.
I don't think you understand. I'm honest here.
I know.
Let's go to this fabulous breakfast.
All right.
I hope she has grits.
Lord.
You go down the stairs and you can see out other boarders eating at the main table while a well-dressed man goes, she will see you in her room.
Thank you, kind.
Does this well-dressed man have a pinky?
Looking, he seems to be missing his index finger on his left hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
We know who got dinner last night.
And with that, you're led into the somewhat audacious rooms of your hostess. They spread quite enormous, and there's a four-post bed with various linens, all very, very nice, though somewhat used. Mirrors, many actually, as well as a center table decked out with everything you could want from an Appalachia breakfast. Grits and greens and beans, cornbread, sweet tea. She looks at you all with sweet, sweet smile. She just goes, all right now. Why don't you all have a seat? We can discuss what we need to keep all of us moving on. Come now. Come.
Basil's gonna come in, but she's not gonna eat anything.
Because I think the first thing we need to resolve, hopefully, is the stolen property this one of you seems to have from me. You were sneaking around in places you should not be. And while through the kindness of my heart you are alive, I want things back.
Can I say I've taken pictures of those during the night?
That's fine, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Ivy to hand it over.
Okay.
She takes it. And her hands. Very nice. Now, I didn't realize how experienced you folks were. I do have to say, didn't realize that you'd come up here. What is your real business? People who know such things don't tend to just come haphazardly.
Well, now I do believe that is our business. But I think you and I come from a certain breed. Being that money's nice, but what really is the power is secrets.
Well, it's just a means to an end.
Well, that's true, but I'm betting that lovely wallpaper you have, there ain't another swatch of that in probably 1,000 miles. And if you didn't notice, I love to take photographs. Now, we're not that far from Salem, and I'm sure your father's constituents. Is that the right word? Constituents?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I'm sure they wouldn't want anything to, defame his name.
Oh,
I think,
what can we come to then?
well, I think your daddy should be on the right side of events. Whether you like it or not, suffragettes are coming. And can you imagine when they get to the right to vote, how popular a governor would be if his daughter made a donation to her local suffragettes?
Face grimaces.
Oh, we don't have to agree with them. I know you don't. But we know how to play nice, don't we?
How about this then? I'll step away from some of the noise. But in exchange, we no longer get involved in some of this. Well, why don't you consider helping those Matskos local find a new place to live out from Hollow Hill? Here, Cranberry Bog is quite nice. They like to cause trouble. And honestly, if you can't get all of them, I would settle for Cat Haraway no longer being around.
Now, that's a fine proposition, but that many girls get them.
Like to let. I don't like paying women who don't work. So,
Well, then why don't you pay me? Because I trust you, honey. I'm working.
give me intellect, persuasion.
Y'all, I'm gonna need some intellect soon. All right, I'm doing it.
Hold on.
What did Charlie give me?
I can do encouragement on persuasion, I think. Hold on.
Isn't that what Charlie gave me?
No, Charlie told you. Charlie is good at lying.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think it's Ruby that's good. That's specialized in persuasion.
I'm spending 2 edge.
So she's helping her with the persuasion.
I don't know what that means.
So it would be this task can be used.
I cannot read these dice. 15.
Okay.
Why are all the fonts different?
That's part of what's making them awesome.
Oh my god, giving me a headache. 15. I used 2 edge. And Ruby just helped me.
All right. So they sits back. That is acceptable, I suppose. I wonder. In exchange for so much of my funds, you wouldn't search into something for me.
I'm going to look at the rest of the team for their cues there.
So sorry, above table, I've lost a little bit of the plot of what's being dealt back and forth right now.
She's asking us to relocate the girls. She's paying us money. Well, she's paying me money to get them out of here, which we're going to use to, 1, get them out of here, and 2, to pay off Ruby's
Okay.
And now she's asking us to look into something.
And then there's something else she wants. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Honestly, Charlie looks at Ruby. When Basil looks at Charlie, he looks at Ruby.
So you want us to look into something as well as relocate these girls?
For the amount of money that you're asking me, yes. And the girls is just us doing business. Needing money to do so is a whole nother matter.
Well, I guess it depends on what you want us to look into. Are people dying that you're not sending that thing out to after?
No, none of that. Everyone died, especially last night. Just fine. So, the only thing I need is a bit of a horticultural investigation. Maybe some herbicide tendency from all of you. Quite simply, them idiot men who ran the matchsticks. Well, they disturbed something downriver. Been rumors of the algae from the phosphorus moving. Some thought it was a hunter in one of them ghillie suits. But from what I've heard, that plant is hunted. And I know quite well how. If it gets hunters and predators get close to towns, people can get picked off. And I care deeply for everybody here within the town. At least those who provide value. I'd like it taken care of however you feel works for you.
Okay, so this algae is alive and it's hunting people, and you just don't want it encroaching on your territory?
Could say that. I'd like whatever danger it may pose alleviated. And I've got many things I've not been able to deal with it myself.
Well, I mean, the more people we can keep safe, the better, I guess. She looks back at Charlie, Basil, and Ivy.
Charlie will give just a slight nod.
Excellent.
You said it's downriver?
Indeed. Now, I know you've seen my particular servant. That handsome, if somewhat foolish man is very good at what he does. He can find people very easily. So because of that, I will pay you up front. And we have a deal between people like us. Well, I'm sure you have ways to get to me, and you know I have ways to get to you. These words are valuable between us then. Right?
They are.
And for a moment, she goes and opens up like a whole wall of this room, and then closes it, getting something.
We need to build that into our house.
If there's anything you want to try to do before she comes back.
I don't know if this is something I should have said that Charlie was doing at the beginning of the conversation, but he would have been trying to see if he can get a sense of if she is trying to hide something from us about
A
this.
million things.
But that, well, yeah, that's probably not. How about the specific task she wants?
Yeah, give me an intellect challenge.
So, and I've got my training in seeing through deception. 13.
Funny enough, see, when it comes to this task, her ignorance seems very genuine. It seems to be something she does not know much and is truly passing off. And there doesn't seem to be any other type of motives other than whatever someone of her ambition might want for a town and why she wants it kept safe.
Sure. Yeah, no. In general, probably all sorts of deception, but yeah, it was the specific task he wanted to make sure there was nothing else about the algae she wasn't saying.
Yeah, the tasky stuff does not seem like she held anything back about that she actually dealt very fairly.
Okay.
And you kind of note that, it was almost business with the deals made, with the sides being like almost equal footing in her mind. She just was very forthcoming.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Right. Anything else before she come back?
Good.
Char-
All
Char-
right.
Charlie does cornbread and then remembers the conversation with Dean about cornbread. It doesn't take any.
That's right. In a moment, she comes back with a fairly well-made and simple velvet handbag, in which is $150. It's over. That should be plenty to, well, get these girls started in whatever business they wish.
How much do we owe that guy?
310?
210.
210.
That's what, 70? We can make that. Okay. Dude, we just cut it a lot.
Yep.
Anything else before you leave?
Nothing that I can think of.
All right. She looks at a little watch. Well, looks like we're finishing right in time. Looks like you wouldn't have none of my breakfast, which can't say I don't blame you. But you may proceed out. Have a good morning.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, ma'am. Tips his hat.
Makes the same, back to the main kitchen and dining room. Is there a scream like a howl is heard through the streets? No, stay away from me! Stay away from me! Stay away from me! Stay away from me! You rush out into a commotion.
What's happening?
People rush out. You look out the doors. And you can see a younger woman. She carries a large basket in which she has very neatly wrapped packages. And before her, outside of a house, is a young man. Pajamas, vertical stripes, stained a rusty red, yelling at this woman. You can see blood flows down his face from one presumably recently emptied eye socket. And a torn off ear from the side of his head, screaming at her. And you can't help but notice, even from this distance, the lack of a pinky. For tonight.
I hate you.
Good night, family. See you again real soon.
Good night, family.